Toy Story 4. Are they mansplaining? Or, well, the offshoot of that is race-splaining, which is basically making an extremely strong female character for literally no reason whatsoever. Now, if you want to know my personal opinions about the Toy Story franchise, I grew up with it as a little kid. It was kind of a big part of my life. I still remember going and seeing the second one and having to sit in the very front row, craning my neck back to the point that when I left the theater, I had a kink in my neck for about 3 days. But it was worth it, because it was a good movie. Nonetheless, I like Toy Story 1, 2, 3's okay. There's a lot of people who say it's perfect, but, I don't know. It just doesn't have the nostalgia factor, I guess. So, then we get Toy Story 4, and I'm like, do we really need this now? Again, this is just, one, it's a sign of Disney once again showing their corporate greed. Oh, this is a lucrative property, which has a lot of money, can make us a lot of cash do show, and, we gotta bring in all the cash, man, I bet they're like sitting around their board meeting. Hey, what's going to make us more money? Oh, well, all these old animated movies from our 90s? Why don't we make these live action? Oh, great idea. Oh, what else? Well, our biggest computer animated movie is Toy Story, and the first three did great. What if we make a fourth one? But isn't that story wrapped up? Oh, who cares? Let's make more money. So that's Disney. And now they're changing Bo Peep. Now, how I always viewed Bo Peep from the mind of a little boy was basically, she was the girlfriend of Woody, and that was really it. I mean, she was really nice, and it sometimes could have like moments where she gives wise advice, but that really was it. A very motherly figure, I suppose. And now, here we are, transforming her into Rey from Star Wars, because, why not? And I kind of just looked at it originally yesterday at this going, that's weird, that's strange, whatever. And then I listened to some people's views and opinions about it, and then I got a mind-blowing idea. If you haven't been following, Disney Star Wars has been taking a very bad turn of late in regards to their toy sales. And as you can guess, Rey is not selling pretty good at all. So wouldn't it have been an interesting idea for Disney to be like, well, maybe we can sell more Rey action figures somehow, or at least put her in Toy Story by changing one of our female characters to basically look like her. I mean, she looks like her. The only difference is she actually has curves. But she basically, she wears plain clothes and she has a staff and her hair's tied up. It's exactly like Rey if she was a porcelain doll or whatever. But it was just really a mind thought right there was, what if Disney is like, well, these sales are doing really bad, maybe we can boost up the toy sales, or even not toy sales, just to poke fun or to annoy, or whatever you want to call it, the people who aren't buying their toys and being like, oh yeah, look, you don't want Rey? Well, guess what? She's in our freaking Toy Story movie now. Enjoy. In the form of Bo Peep, who is like the last person. Apparently, the story is that Bo Peep is going to be have no owner, and then she has to fight for herself and becomes this super badass character or whatever. What? Bo Peep? Really? Seriously? How does she begin that journey? I want to know. That in itself deserves an anthology story, because I would love to see Bo Peep go from this timid little, oh, hi Woody, to, kicking ass, I want to see that. But it won't. They won't do that. Why would they? Like a John Wick Bo Peep. Bo Peep. Chapter 1. That would be really funny. This would be a good parody of John Wick. Oh, man. Alright, well, tell me. You don't have to tell me. This is really no big deal. But I definitely, and I wouldn't have talked about it unless I had thought about that, like Disney's whole thought process. I'm sure it could be talked about in further depth, which I'm sure it has further depth. But if you guys have any more ideas of what it might mean, or what Disney might be thinking about it, and why they're doing this, please comment below. I'd like to hear everyone's thoughts. And thank you all very much, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day.